Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss the basic pre-order traversal in the binary tree. These are the part of the traversal operations that we are going to discuss in the binary tree. So let's begin. The basic structure of a pre-order traversal works similarly to the other traversal. So let's start the operation of the traversal in the binary tree. In the algorithm of the pre-order traversal, first we'll consider starting point as a root node, then we'll consider left subtree and right subtree. The basic operation of the traversal works similarly to the other operation. The starting point is considered different for the various operation of the traversal. So the starting point here would be the root node, also known as the base node, which will operation will be starting. Then we'll move toward the left subtree, the right subtree, covering the complete nodes and operation. So let's take an example here. The given tree, the starting point is 4. Then we'll move toward the 1, 5, 2, and 6. The operation would be like as mentioned above. In this example, the base node or the root node is 4. Then we'll move toward the left subtree. In the given example, as the left subtree of the particular tree is 1, so we'll mark our presence in the 1. Since 1 is a different node altogether, we'll move toward the left side of 1, covering 5 and 2. After covering all these nodes, since there is only one node left, we'll move towards 6 and the operation of the traversal is complete. Now let's discuss is a stepwise. In the step 1, as we discussed above, the starting point will be the root node or the base node. In this example, we have considered root node as 4. Hence, in the first step, we'll mark our presence at the root node, that is 4. Now, in the step 2, we'll consider 1 as a next point since it is on the left subtree of the base node, that is 4. So, we'll mark our presence here. In the step 3, we'll consider the moving further toward the subtree. Now here we have considered 152 as a different tree altogether in the base tree. Since our marking point is 1, we'll mark all other nodes that is comes under the subtree of 152. So we'll mark 5 as another node and 2 as another node. Now since all the base nodes are covered, we'll cover all the remaining node moving right. Since there's only one node left, we'll cover 6 as well, covering complete tree. So the traversal order would be 4152, which works similarly to all other trees. In this traversal discussion in the binary tree, we'll discuss the post-order traversal in the binary tree similarly to the basic order traversal that we discussed above. The post-order traversal is also an operation that works in the binary tree. The starting point in the basic structure of the post-order traversal varies from the other traversal that we have discussed. So how does a post-order traversal work? Since the starting point of the pre-order traversal was the base node, here the starting point of the binary tree would be considered as a left subtree, and further we'll move toward the right subtree and finally covering the root node. So the basic operation would be starting from the left subtree and then we'll move toward the right subtree and the root. This operation and this path will be followed across all the multiple subtree that could be possible, covering each and every node. So let's take an example here. In the given below particular tree, 4, 1, 5, 2, and 6 are the given node. Since 152 is a basic subtree, we'll start our operation from 152. Here we have to consider the left subtree as a starting point, hence 5 will be considered as a starting point. Upon moving further, we'll move toward the right subtree to the 2. Point to be noted here, in the pre-order traversal we were starting from the root node, that was the base node, but in the particular example we need to start from the left subtree, not from the base node. Upon moving in the pre-order traversal, we were moving from root to left subtree, but in the given example or the in the given operation, that is of a post order, we'll move toward the right subtree starting from the left subtree and further to the root. So let's discuss this example further. Here the starting point would be 5 as mentioned above, then we'll move toward 2 and finally to the 1, covering this particular subtree. Now since the operation of this particular subtree is completed, we'll move toward another root node. Since there is no other subtree mentioned given in this particular example, we'll consider all the remaining node. Since we are root would be the last point, we'll consider 6 before root and finally we'll move toward the 4. So the operation would start from 5 upon further moving toward 2 and towards finally covering the root node of the basic give subtree, covering 1 and now covering the remaining node that are 6 and 4. The basics operation would work. So now let's discuss it a stepwise. So step 1 will of this example will consider a base subtree. All the possible subtree could be one only, since there is one possible subtree. Since the left node would be 5, we'll mark our presence at 5. Upon moving further, we'll move toward the right side, not on the base root. Since the right side would be 6, we'll mark our presence there. The step 3 would be moving back toward the base node or the root node. Since we have already covered the right and sub left part of the subtree, we'll cover the root as well. The step would be 5 to 1 and we'll mark our present at 5 to 1. Upon moving further, we'll move toward the right side of outside of this subtree. Since there is no other subtree left, we'll consider our presence there as well and we'll mark, since the right side would be 6, we'll mark our presence there as well, marking 6, and upon further we'll consider the remaining node, that is 4, covering all the traversal. Since this is a post order traversal, starting point would be always a left subtree. The amount of the subtree may vary, but the path and the procedure would be remaining same. So in this given example, our final post order traversal would be 5, which was our starting point. Upon moving further, we move toward the left side, that is 2, and further right side, covering the base root node and right node road and left node. Upon further, we covered all the remaining node in the following pattern, and finally we'll move towards 6 and the base node 4. Thank you. This was a basic discussion.
Okay, so after looking into the pre-order and the post-order traversal, now we'll be looking into the in-order traversal. As the name suggests, in order, we understand that the root of the binary tree will be between the left and the right subtree. I will be elaborating this by using the binary tree that we will be using below, that is this one. Okay, so at first what were we doing till now is we were considering the left subtree. At first we were not considering the entire tree, we were just considering the left subtree, and that's what we are going to do it right now also. So considering the left subtree, what is our left subtree? It's 1, 5 and 2. So this is the left subtree. Forgetting about the entire tree, we will just look into this tree, and then we will start from the left node, that is the root node, and we will be noting down accordingly. We are noting down 5 as it's the first root node. Then we are moving towards the parent node. Now considering only this subtree, the parent node we can see is 1. So we have noted down 1, and then we will be solving the right node, that is the final node, final root node, and that's 2. So 5, 1, 2 is the part of the answer that we are getting till now. Okay, so after considering this, after we have finished all this, we will move towards the parent node of the main tree. Main tree, what I mean by the main tree is this complete tree. Okay, we will be looking into the complete tree, and the parent node for this complete tree is 4. Okay, so right now we will be again writing 4. This This 512 we have considered is of the left subtree. Now we'll be writing down 4, that is the parent node of the main tree, and then we are finishing it off by considering 6, that is the final node and the right subtree. Now in the right subtree, as we can see, there are two null values. So, and before that what we are getting is 6, so we will be writing down 6 again. So writing down it in a summary, we will get that our final value is 5 1 2 4 6. This is our in order traversal solution for this binary tree. Now the following, the you will get your steps in detail. Now it's written in a bit proper way. I have just shown you a rough way. You can consider the following steps for better understanding. What we have done is, it's showing the same thing, that we have considered the left subtree at first sight. We have solved that by considering first the left node and then moving towards the parent node. Okay, that's one here. Okay, then we are considering the right subnode of this left subtree, that's 2. Okay, so we are completing this 512 right here with this subtree. Then we will be moving towards the parent node of the main subtree. Okay, that's 4 here, and then finally we are finishing it off by writing 6, that is the right subtree of the main binary tree, and that's what our answer is, 51246. That's how we are completing our in order traversal. Now I'll be explaining you shortcuts on how we are going to get the pre-order, post-order and the in order traversals in a very minimal time. Okay, so now I will be explaining you the shortcuts of the in order, pre-order and the post-order traversal. So first we will be starting with the pre-order traversal. So for the pre-order traversal, we will be considering the same tree that we have been practicing throughout the session, and the tree is 4, then it's 1 5 2, and the right subtree will consist of 6, and then we have the null values which we will be not considering right now. And for the pre-order, as the name suggests, pre, so what we are understanding, that the root value will be on the leftmost side of the traversal method. So remember the term left, and by left we will be remembering how we'll be starting the procedure. So by left we will start by drawing lines on each of the node on the left hand side. What I mean is, suppose we will draw a line. Okay, this line we are drawing on the left hand side. Remember, it's pre-order. Okay, so pre means it will be on the left hand side, that is on the starting side. So the line will be also facing on the starting side. So we will be drawing lines towards the left for each of the node. Okay, so taking each node, we will be drawing lines on the left hand side, and we have finished it off. Now the fun begins, and that is, we will start from the first node. Okay, we will start from the parent node, that is from here, and this is our start point, and we will start moving from here. Now whenever we cross a line, we note down that number. Suppose we are crossing this line. Okay, this line connects to 4. Okay, so we are writing down 4. Okay, now we continue our line, it crosses 1. Okay, it is connecting again a line that touches 1, so we are writing 1 here. Okay, now again we continue this line, it again crosses this line, and now this line goes with 5. Now I will write down 5. Okay, now we are going like this. Okay, don't go like this. Okay, I mean, don't directly go like this, that will make a mess. Okay, so always go with the flow. So we need to go with the flow. We will just follow the path, and now again it crosses one line, and this connects to 2. So we are writing down 2. Okay, then similarly we are driving through the subtree again, and now it crosses 6 again. Okay, it crosses a line that connects to 6. So we are writing down 6. And in the previous video, as we have seen, this is our pre-order traversal answer. Okay, and we found out by considering in previously we found it out by considering the left subtree at first sight, and then we again took the parent node and then considering the right subtree. Here we are coming out of all this mess, and we are simply going through a track. Consider it as a railway track. It's just that we have to remember on which side we have to draw this line. Okay, for pre-order this line will be on the left hand side. For what we are going to do for the post order the in order, that I will be explaining right now. Okay, so now I will be telling you about the post order traversal. We have done with the we are done with the pre order traversal at first. Now I will be doing with the post order traversal. I am just writing it down so that we are not confused with what we are doing. Okay, so we will be doing with the post order, and in the pre-order what we have seen is the term pre says that the root will be on the left hand side of the uh, right subtree, and in post order by the word post we can say that the root will be on the right hand side of the left and the right subtree. Now in pre-order, considering the left, we are drawing the lines on the left hand side, and in the post we'll be doing the same thing, but the only difference will be we will be drawing these lines on the right hand side of each node. Okay, so we are drawing the node, we are drawing it on the right side of each node. Okay, now the fun begins again, and we will be starting from the same point, from the same parent node of this tree. Okay, we will be moving throughout the same path, but now the difference will be we will be meeting the different nodes at different places. Now let me show you how it becomes different from the pre-order traversal. We are moving down the path, we are not meeting any of the lines, and now first we are meeting 5. Okay, so we are cutting the line of 5, so we will note down 5 at first. Then we are moving again through the track, and then we are meeting 2, so we'll be writing 2 again. Then going through these lines we are again continue to move. Okay, so now we are cutting 1, so 5 2 1. Okay, now again we are crossing the long way, and now we are again meeting the line that connects to 6, so we are writing down 6. Wow, and at last we are again continuing our path and ending our journey by cutting the line that connects to 4. Okay, so 5 2 1 6 4. This is the complete answer of the pre-order traversal. You can also watch the previous video where we get the same answer, 5 2 1 6 4. Okay, so this is just a shortcut technique which can help you in your advanced exam to save a lot of your time. We will not consider the left subtree, and then we will be finishing it off by taking the parent node and the right node. We are just finishing it off by drawing lines and then crossing with the railway track like thing. Okay, just for fun I said that. So now we have completed with the pre-order and the post-order. Now we'll be doing with the in-order traversal. Okay, so now we are on the last part of our session, that is the in-order traversal. Now I'll be telling you about the short trick on how we'll be finding the in-order traversal by saving a lot of our time. Okay, now for pre-order we are drawing the lines on the left hand side as the root was on the left hand side of the left and the right subtree. For the post order we are drawing it on the right hand side, and for in order we will be drawing it on the in the middle. Okay, neither left not right, it will be a straight line in the middle. What do I mean in the middle? We will be drawing lines like this. Okay, basically on the southern side. Okay, so we are drawing lines on the southern side for each node, and after finishing it off we will be again starting with our railway track. We are starting from our parent node. This will be our default starting point. Okay, and we'll be going through the same track throughout the tree. It's just that which line is the in the railway track we are crossing first. Okay, so now we have again started with our journey, and for completing our journey we need to again reach the same point. So in this journey, we first meet the line that connects to 5. Okay, so we are writing down 5 first. Then we are again continuing our journey. Then we are at the next stop, and this next stop stops at 1. So we are writing it down 1. And then we again continue, and it crosses with 2. We are again writing it down. Okay, now then we are again on a long journey, and then we are crossing the line that connects to 4. That is the parent node of our entire binary tree. Okay, so we are writing down 4, and then we are on the last phase, that is 6. Okay, 6 is the right subtree and the final node which will be crossing, and this is the answer for the inorder traversal. You can watch in the previous part of the video. This is the exact answer we were getting for the inorder traversal. So we have completed with the short tricks of all the pre-order, post-order, and the in-order traversal. We have just done this to save a lot of time of yours if you are into advanced data structures and algorithm. Okay, where you can save a lot of time by following this technique. And thank you for watching this entire traversal journey which we have been with us.